Hello everyone, welcome to Cozy Silver Gaming. We're going to review a build challenge I've done with my sister. So I decided to build her a shell. But first let's welcome Bethany to the channel. Hi Beth.
Hello.
You excited for this?
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what you did because I feel like I did something really random.
I go quite modern. Bethany, she's not a modern builder. She loves the traditional, or as most people would say, a lovely blue Suburban. So I built a shell first. So let's have a look at the shell I built. And then what we'll do is then we can go look at what I've done, and she can give me feedback on what she thinks about my lot. And then we'll have a look at her lot, and I'll give her my feedback on her lot. So this is the lot, first of all, that I decided. I went with something very different than what I've actually seen other shell builds do.
It was really weird to think what to do with that.
Was it the bottom bit that did that? Like the underground bit? You were like, what to do with the underground bit? I did that on purpose because I like building modern builds and I thought I wanted to give it a twist. So I knew what I was going to start building roughly. And if you've seen, you'll see the speed builds that'll go up for both builds after this, and you'll be able at that point to download them from the gallery. So you can have a look at that. But yeah, I went with this really odd shape and thought I'm going to go down the way instead of up to get a good challenge.
Yeah, I liked it though. I've never done anything like it. So, did you use a lot of packs?
I tried to limit what packs I used. I like to make sure that you, the people listening, my viewers, can download them with not in many packs. So I try and restrict what packs I use. Most of the time I use Cool Kitchen Stuff, Perfect Patio. I always use Season and Laundry Day in my builds. I just think they make them a bit more realistic because that's something you'd have in your house every day. Well, in real life we have seasons, and in real life we have to do laundry. It's just a curse of being a human being alive.
Yeah.
But hey ho. So this is a shell. Really unusual, really different. I gave it a wee challenge with the back bit and the downstairs. It'll be really interesting to see what Bethany's done. So we're going to lead the shell challenge now, and we're going to go look at my build. I'm going to take you into my build on a lot that's not actually got a sim in it, because I'm in the middle, as everyone knows, I'm in the middle of redoing Oasis Springs. So I've been building new houses and putting them. So I actually built this Oasis Springs at the same time. So it kind of fit perfectly in. So my build is called the Modern Sunken Villa.
Ah, sunken.
So let's have a look at it, shall we? So this'll be interesting to see what Bethany thinks. Because I do very, very modern builds. And Bethany does not.
Oh.
So I like a building community a lot too, but I love a modern build, and I'm in the middle of doing Oasis Springs. We have still got the community builds to do and some bigger houses, which is good. So we'll start with thing. You can see next to the one of the other modern builds I've done, but this is the modern build I've done first. I have changed the fence recently from the build to a fence when actually I originally had it as a hedge, and I may change it back to. I've changed it back to a hedge for the build in Oasis, purely because it fitted better. So as you can see, I've gone with a slanted roof, and I've given a lovely garage alcove.
Did you use like the eco?
I used eco lifestyle as well for the pillars and the kind of bit beside the driveway. I didn't use BB dot move objects.
Oh, that was what you've done with the other bit. This is really cool so far.
So I used the glass panels, and because I had the other slanted roof, I thought I'll give the driveway over the window parts for the house. I'll put the windows so we can get as much light into that part of the house as possible. And I just sized up a car, and if I go down a bit further, you can see I've stuck a bike and a trash bin that every building needs, and I always sometimes forget a trash bin. I know that if I forget one, you guys are going to be like, you forgot a bin.
I don't think I knew there was that type of bike.
That is from Eco Lifestyle. If you put in the BB dot show hidden.
How many types of bikes are there?
There's
2?
University, and then Eco Lifestyle has 6 different versions of the same bike.
Oh, right.
It's
like
just
colours?
different, yeah, because in Eco Lifestyle you can fabricate the bike if you get that skill, or you can Or if you find someone who can tell you how to fabricate, you can.
I haven't really messed around with Eco Lifestyle that much.
It's one of my favourite packs because it fits kind of well in with modern build. So as you can see, I've used Eco Lifestyle. These are my favourite lights, and I did love the way, because I had this empty space, I didn't want to put something just there to take it up. So I thought, well, I know what I'll do. I'll use the Eco Lifestyle because it kind of fits perfectly. The door, this is a full wall height as well, like a medium wall height, because I wanted that door, and that door comes with Get Together. And it worked quite well. So now let's go into the actual build.
Yeah, because how tall are the walls?
So these the bottom walls on the ground floor will go in are standard wall heights.
Yeah.
But the walls on the upstairs, I wanted to use the double door from Eco Lifestyle because it fit the build much better than the single door from, not Eco Lifestyle, from Get Together. And this door fit a lot better, and it also had the colour I wanted because I wanted to go for a very kind of black and white grey theme inside, which you'll see in a minute.
I feel like that is classic.
So I put a fountain outside and I made it look, so we'll go inside and I'll put the wall...
grid off.
Take the grid off, that's a good point. So you can see what it kind of looks like without the grid outside, and it does look nice.
It does.
There was meant to be solar panels on the roof, but all the other modern builds you'll see in Oasis Springs and other videos will have them, but this build I hadn't put them on yet, and I changed the hedge, so that's why.
There's no solar panels.
Yes, I know that. I haven't put them on it. I did originally use BB dot.
Just because I noticed in what house next to it.
When I placed this house, I did already try to use BB dot move objects, but it kind of went wrong, so I had to take them away. So I just haven't put them back in. So this is the inside of the house. So first of all, we've got a nice big bathroom. It's cute and small. The one thing that annoys me is the tiny living pack has this gorgeous wee shelf that goes above the toilet, but it doesn't come in a colour that matches any of the furniture in this room.
Yeah,
there isn't a black one and there isn't really a white one, so that swatch just had to be that because the poles kind of match the frame of the shower. So I just got a kind of a modern themed bathroom, which was alright for what I have to say. And then that's the master bedroom, which again I didn't put an ensuite on because I didn't want to.
I like that mirror. I've never seen that before.
That's the Eco Lifestyle mirror.
I really need to...
I never found that mirror. It's my favourite mirror.
I know, it's so nice.
Because it comes in so many different swatches as well. It's got dark and light themes.
I just haven't looked at the pack enough since you bought it.
There's a lot of stuff in Eco Lifestyle though you have to use the BB dot show hidden objects to get to. And an example of that is that picture above the bed. That's hidden in the base game's show hidden objects because your Sims can, I think, either paint it or can find it.
I think you know, if you use the observatory.
Possibly.
I think you can
take
pictures.
It's rarity is rare. And it's 369 simoleons. So if your Sims are ever skint and you move in the size, you've got something to sell. Then you move down a bit, and I went with more of a traditional kind of modern bedroom. I used the base game furniture in this room.
So who do you think would live in this house?
If it was probably, and this doesn't sound stereotypical, but me, because I'm a very stereotypical gay man, and I kind of like a modern aesthetic, I could see this. Yeah. And in Oasis Springs, it is a lovely gay couple that live in this house, because it fit them really well. Because them to be, one is a lawyer and the other one is, I can't remember what I made the other one, but one of them's a lawyer, and it kind of fit better for the house. And I used the base game mostly in this room, except for the rug. The rug is from Parenthood, but it fit the room really well because it was a really nice black rug, and it is sized down by one because it was too big for the room. And the Parenthood walls, and I did use the Moschino wall behind it because it kind of fit the aesthetic a lot better. And that painting just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of made the room have a nice bit of feng shui. Then you've got the hallway as you come in. So when you come in the front door, you enter the main hall.
Yeah, I like it.
If you guys are liking this and you would rather us have reviewed it as an actual character and gone down camera view, please let me know in the comments because next time we do a build video, we'll review the builds that way. And I put magazines and things to kind of fill up. What pack is that from? That is from Seasons. And it came in that colour, so I was like, yes. As you can see, I went for a wooden theme throughout the house, and I did use two-toned walls. So the outer wall down the hall that's on the outside is the brick, all the way around, except for the inner wall is just this pure white wall. And I did put this painting above the stairs. This house was built with some BB dot move objects cheat-ons, but I have tested it and placed it down once I disabled the cheat. So I know what items disappeared with that and what items have stayed. So everyone can download this house, and everything that's in it should stay in it. If there isn't, let me know in the comments. So that's the upstairs. What do you think so
it.
far?
I really like it. I like this different. I like that when you walk in, it's kind of like the bedrooms and the bathroom, whereas like it's different.
It's not walking into like a living room,
Yeah.
which I see in a lot of builds that I watch on YouTube and other YouTube. It is quite, you walk in and it's like the living room or the kitchen or the dining space right as you walk in, and I went, no, let's have a hallway that takes you down a pair of stairs.
So do they have balconies?
Yes, they do have balconies. Right here. One's got an easel on it, and the other one's just a plain balcony. And the chairs on there are actually from the Perfect Patio stuff, because I couldn't find chairs that fit until I saw those, and I thought they kind of, because they're a wicker type design, they fit really well in. Again, I used a different light, but I used the railing for above it, but I chose a different colour, so it kind of matched the balcony, and that is a get-together fence. The only thing I didn't do with the balcony was use the rim, because I didn't want a rim between the house.
You just reminded me I didn't use like a roof trim.
It's fine.
I forgot, so I'll need to add that.
Well,
later.
we'll see the roof trim in there, and then we'll add it in.
I think I might want to change the floor.
So I'll start first. So this is the main living area.
Very nice.
I went with a kind of open plan. Again, the picture on the walls from the hidden area.
Objects,
So
yeah.
you have to find it. And yes, I do have one thing from the pet pack, which everyone won't have if they download this, and that is the robotic vacuum, because I thought it just fit really well in this house. So if you want to use this house for pets, there's enough space you can, because you can easily take the wee single chair away or move it to the other side and put like a pet bed and stuff there. But this pack was built using certain items, which you'll see when we go to the gallery later. You can see what packs this is. So I went with quite an eco lifestyle, so I thought I'd use the eco lifestyle. I thought I'd use the eco lifestyle table and its rug, and again that rug is base game. Just that is a really nice, it fit really well.
Yeah, it's a really good rug.
Again, it's sized down because some of the rugs in the game are just way too big for what we need.
Way too small. So.
Yeah, but when I did the kitchen, one thing that always annoys me is I'm a fan of this kitchen tile. This tile, I really love this tile. You'll have noticed it's the same tile that's in the bathroom. I like it, and the reason I like it is when you put it up against the cabinet on the wall that you can see, you can see there's a separation. But when I had originally the fridge there, it just looked really, really weird.
Yeah.
So that's why
I like the layout.
that was the way I had it around. But then I used the Cool Kitchen stuff cabinets, and I think the colour well. And I used the Cool Kitchen
Oven?
sink and oven and hood. So, and I used the tiny living.
Did you keep the hood the regular size?
No, because that hood is just
size it down.
that hood comes that
too
size,
big.
and I'm like, this is the one I want.
Why
so
would they do that?
they made it way too big. It was
I
weird.
always size it down.
I think if it's in a big build, like one with like large walls, it works. But for this, when you put it in your kitchen,
it's because it doesn't work with the cupboards.
Exactly, but every other hood in the game does work with the cupboards.
Yeah.
I think it's because it's a light. Really. I think that's why.
I think I've got it in my build, and I size it down too.
That's just the box.
I didn't know you could change the colour of the kitchen roll.
That's not a different colour. I don't think it is. No, you can't change the colour of that.
That looks...
It's because it's underneath.
Grey.
It's underneath. It's because it's silver and it's there under light, and that's
yeah.
because I've not put
But
light
it
on
looks
it.
like it matches the kitchen. Because it
I
looks like a dark grey.
Well, you can change the utensil holder. That is the
Yeah.
only bread bin in the game, and it only comes with Parenthood, which makes no sense why it's the only bread bin that exists. And that Cool Kitchen stuff came with everything else for your kitchen, including a dish rack and all that stuff, but didn't come with a fruit bowl or a blooming... It didn't even come with a microwave. So that microwave is base game or a dishwasher.
Yeah.
But it's a kitchen
There's
kit.
not
It was a
enough
kitchen
dishwashers.
pack. So I would have expected it to at least come with some basic things besides decorative. I would have expected to at least have a matching dishwasher, because the cooker is a like fancy, and the fridge has got like these nice granite, and then the dishwasher is the base game.
Yeah.
Because the only other dishwasher we have is from Dine Out, which kind of fits this, but it's another pack, and then the other one is from Parenthood. But it's traditional looking.
Because the other day I was doing a build, and there was an oven I really wanted to use, but like, if the knobs on the oven are like silver or gold or whatever, then it doesn't always match the counters you want to use. And I feel like if you use like gold on the oven and then silver on the the cupboards or vice versa, it doesn't look right.
I will say, when I bought Cool Kitchen stuff, it was the first pack I ever bought for The Sims, and I haven't not used it in most of my builds, especially modern builds, because it has a really nice aesthetic with the handles and everything kind of just matches. But the one thing I would say is I wish there was some like double cabinets we could get that were just plain doors and not all glass, because I just think that looks a bit excessive. Who has that many glass cabinets in their kitchen?
Glass ones and a normal one there.
Right, so the normal one, because it's at the hood, as you can see, there's a gap on either side of the hood. So if I just quickly put that there, because this BB.move option, if I grab this one and I just drop it, you can see it clips with the hood. So when you're in the menu,
oh, you've went to the end one.
Yeah, when you're in the menu where you can select, if you turn off the, so we'll just show everyone on the video. If you go in, when you're in the menu and you go to like surfaces, if you just, so there's the cabinet that I used. If you click on this, normally this is turned on, you don't see the set. If you turn the auto counters off, you can then select the ones you want.
It's just I didn't.
So for like the end counter,
I noticed they were glass.
So for like that one's that's solid glass, but when you select like that end one is glass, which is that one. But the other end one is solid wood. So I wish there was an extra one of this that they could have added or something that was just solid wood. Because I think the glass, I just find I would rather have had that along that wall and like two end glass ones.
I think I like the glass. It kind of goes with the modern look.
It does. And again, they gave us a modern sink. But not a microwave or any other kitchen appliances. We literally got that, and these cabinets roughly in the pack. But I do got them at the pack's good.
Nice.
I do like the islands as well.
Yeah, I like the island.
And I do love that shelf from Eco Lifestyle.
Yeah, I was going to say I really like
And then I found all these wee things hidden in the Moo Watch. But the cool thing is, because I'm using other packs like City Lifestyle and Get Together and stuff like that, you can choose items that are in the hidden part of the library when you go into Show Hidden Objects, and they have the symbol, the pack they belong to. So you can use that so you know it's not going to affect your build. Then we'll move, before we go into the garden, we'll move this way. There's the tiny wee bathroom for downstairs. Just simple and empty, because it's just a wee downstairs bathroom.
Your toilet roll.
Well, yes, never forget your toilet roll. And then when you go down the stairs, there's an extra drawer to your right. So now this one, then the reason I've used the tiny living lights is, and I will show Bethany in a minute why. So I just put a painting from City Lifestyle. I do got a like some of the furniture, so like this is a bookcase. And yes, I did put a frog there, and I've got snow globes, and I've made everything. But the reason I used tiny living was because this house is a 2-bedroom house, but every family has in-laws or wants to have guests over, and with the garden I've got that I put on this house, you most likely have guests come over. So I used the Murphy bed, and I put it in the study, so the study can be a study and a spare bedroom for guests staying over.
I like it.
Because the Murphy bed is an option you're going to use all the time, and it does kill your Sims sometimes, but if you're only using it rarely, it may not be
before you use it.
Yeah, if you're using it rarely, it kind of fits well in, and the fact that it came in the right colours, and then again I just thought little
it's a good
decorative
idea.
items.
I like it.
These were really cool when I found them.
Yeah, I've seen them before.
And they kind of fit perfectly in there, and I was like, what am I going to put? And then that's what I found. So that's kind of the inside of the house.
I've never seen that rug before.
That is from Eco Lifestyle as well. That is from Eco Lifestyle. That is from Eco Lifestyle. These chairs are from Eco Lifestyle. If you type in bb.showhiddenobjects, if you go and open the Eco Lifestyle pack up, everything that's fabricatable that you can find, it unshows
Is that why
you.
I haven't seen a lot of the objects?
So like this is a fabric. You cannot, like, if I click on the eyedropper, you cannot clone this item. You cannot clone the couch, but I could clone the coffee table because that's a normal thing. But everything that lamp is not clonable because it's fabricated.
That's why I don't recognise so many of the objects, because I haven't had a chance to, and I haven't used cheats on it yet.
How do you use the bb.move objects that you told me, oh, you should really use this cheat, but then have never used the bb.showhiddenobjects cheat?
I used to use that all the time, and it was really time consuming because I would get really carried away. And there was a few objects, I get scared to use it sometimes because there was a few objects that if you place down you can't delete them, so you need to be careful. Yeah, like I'm trying to think.
I've never had that happen yet.
Like, it's like an oven tray, and because it's
no, is that not live edit objects?
It just comes up with hidden objects.
Okay.
Oh yeah, maybe.
There's live edit objects, there's world edit objects, and then there's hidden objects. Hidden objects are anything the Sims can craft,
but when I do it, I think it just comes up with all of them.
Well, however, maybe it's because I don't. Maybe there's.
But I do like it. It's just I didn't.
And then obviously,
I don't always do it.
That was the only stereo I decided to use because the other one was too big. And I was like,
that one.
I had to use bb.move objects to put it that close to the window because it normally have carry, and I was like, no. But when I spawned the house back down,
I have never seen that door before.
that is the Nico lifestyle though that's in base game. Literally, like if you go into doors and then scroll to the very bottom, it's like a set of doors here. There's like
right.
multiple
I didn't know
size.
they were that big. I
That
thought
is
they
the
were
biggest size
smaller.
you can get.
Didn't know they were
Then
that.
there's this size, and then there's a different height of that
Do you know what it is
size.
though? I never make modern builds.
Yeah, but these
So
patio doors you can use on almost any build because
I
they're
just-
they're better
I
than the
use like quaint doors.
Yes, but they're better than the standard patio doors that actually came
yeah,
with the
they
pack.
are because they're
Like
tiny.
they're really
I
cool.
like them ones. At
and
the
the patio
bottom
doors-
that came with islands.
Yeah, they were cool.
No,
but like
these ones here.
oh these ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they would fit on like a islandy build. But like that is
Yeah.
the patio doors we got with the base game.
Yeah, they're crap.
They are just they're
I
not
mean,
even
they're
the same
okay.
height as a window.
Yeah, I know. I know that.
And
really
these
drives
ones
me
at least can
crazy.
either be half a wall height or a full wall height.
Yeah, I really
on a
don't-
standard
I wish
wall
you could
height.
have the full wall.
So this
Nice hot tub.
I know. But this is the garden. This is the outer space that is
Oh, I've never seen that before.
again get together. You really need to explore packs when they come out. I go through every item and see what's new when I get
don't
them.
go through every item. I just like do a new build, and then I'll just look for kind of things that I'm looking for.
Even
But
if it's like a
sometimes I
new.
come across like
So,
I'll be ages.
When you bought
and then
this
I'll come across
so
something.
when we bought the Solani pack because you wanted me to have it so you could play it, you decided to not look through all the items in
I
the
already
Solani
had that
pack.
one before though, so I know what it has.
All right,
I
okay.
had that one for a long. That was the first one I bought on the PlayStation.
Oh well, I put the hot tub. This is all perfect patio stuff mostly out here, except for the board.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that hot tub was the thing as well. But
There's-
that looks similar to one of the. Do you know one of the countertops in the kitchen? But you can only use it as an
Yes,
island.
because that's no, that's two.
No, you
In
can't use it as
in kitchens,
Look.
there isn't a wall one.
You'll see me
but there
messing
is-
about with it in the other bit. See,
There's this one,
oh,
and then there's this one.
I didn't realize
Because
that
when you
was
flip them around, they
that.
look exactly the
Yeah.
same on the opposite side, but the difference is one sticks out. But you're meant to be
I
able to
didn't
use
know
them. They're meant to be. Well, when you see it in a minute, it took me forever. So this is the bit that took me forever. Why is there hot dogs randomly here? No, that. Why are they two full dogs? First of all, a sim made them on the barbecue, so it took me ages to work out to make this barbecue fucking work. Oh,
that's
excuse
good.
my
I've
language,
never
but
seen that either.
took me forever to work this barbecue because it doesn't sit flush with the counter. As long as it does is that. So I ended up going with this design. And I thought, do you know what, it works.
Why don't you BB?
Because if you BB don't move objects, it doesn't work when Sims try to interact with because the hood goes through the wall and it conflicts with the object.
I might have done that in my build, but I haven't tried it yet.
Everything I build, I'm roughly test cheating and trying. And I put a wee radio under here. Although, I'm thinking if rain comes through that gap, it'll blow the radio out. It might
It
work.
might not because because it might not recognise the difference between a hole in a roof and just a roof.
Oh, it does. I've built a build where I built a gazebo and the rain came through the gaps.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So then, the little bit at the back, you wondered, what am I going to do with that? I turned it into a laundry room for the laundry stuff.
Nice, I like it.
So utility room. And a changing room for when you're in the pool.
Yeah, that's
And I
nice,
used the Sulani doors, which I've just realised now I've got an extra thing in this build. And I bet you that's the only item I've used from Sulani in this build when we check the gallery. I did use a university shower though, because Sims will use that and other Sims can still come in the bathroom. Because it's a university shower. So this build got quite a few items in it, not a lot of packs. And then I used these.
See if you use, the university shower, but it's just
You can
the
put that-
shower head.
yeah.
Would people still come in the room if you were just using that?
Yes, but your Sim wouldn't stop.
I wouldn't stop showering.
They would still continue
That's
shower.
fine.
University shower. I used these because I was like, what am I going to
Nice.
stick in this gap? But I thought, hang on, I'll do that. And that kind of made the gap disappear.
Yeah, I used a wall for mine. I just put a wall over
And
it.
then that takes you up to the
Oh,
driveway.
right, cool.
So there's two ways in
Also, I
that.
like the stairs and the...
Well, that was how it was originally on the stairs come the elevator. Then I thought that looked better.
Mm-hmm.
So that's mine. And we put a thing here and an eco lifestyle. I couldn't figure out what appears, so I found this
I
bastard.
like it. Wait, go over here. Oh, that I was like, what is that water? But it's just a jacuzzi. I
It's-
like this though. The top.
The bed goes over the.
Whatever, the awning or whatever you would call it. I like it. It's really smart. I like what you've done with that.
That's wrong, but it's fixed on the Oasis build. But yeah, there you go. And that. So that's my build.